Ladies, welcome back.
Hello.
Yay.
How are we doing? Back in the studio. We're going to do a bit of a quick fire episode today. So first of all, how are you both doing?
Good.
Very good. Yeah, very good indeed.
All good, raring to go. So let's get straight into it. So what I want to talk about today is why do we think that women quit on their fitness journey? So we're going to sort of start there and then maybe get into the realms of what we could do or we do to stop that from happening. So let's just get right into it. Kirsty, I'll come to you first. What do you think are like common reasons that women quit on the fitness journey?
So obviously we are children. They haven't got time once they have children, because obviously all their activities and what have you come first
Yeah.
before yourself.
But let's say like, which is 100% true, and you can attest to that obviously as well. When they are, let's say they start, a bit like you did, they go to the gym and then they stop. So what are common reasons that they might, once they've started, stop?
Just lack of motivation. They're not seeing the results.
Yeah, I think that's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah.
The lack of results. We touched on that in the last episode, didn't we?
Yeah. People want, I mean, I was guilty back then. You want to see results like in 2 or 3 weeks, but it don't happen like that. So then it kind of like puts people off.
Yeah, okay, so they think that they should be progressing at a faster rate than what they are. So because they're not, they just stop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely something I
And-
see.
I've done that.
But I think all our brains are wired that way, especially in the world of today where it's like Amazon Prime delivery, do you know what I mean? Like next day, like everything's like now, isn't it? But it's expectation. So I think it's our job, isn't it? And hopefully we'll do that in today's episode, is we got to educate them on actually how much weight, if it's weight loss, should they be losing on a weekly basis or a monthly basis? Because people's perceptions of what that is just completely skewed. And I suppose in the world of today, where obviously there's a lot of people using like weight loss, jab medication, GLP-1 and stuff like that, people that are using that, doing that, are losing at a faster rate than someone who isn't. So it's all about trying to manage expectations. And, I use data from like literally my clients to inform new clients how fast they should lose weight. And for me, and from my experience, like for a female, around £1 a week is amazing progress. But any progress is amazing. That's an average as well. So that's taken on an average over 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, however long someone's weight loss journey is. But most people want more than that because they want the results now, don't they?
Yeah.
And I think that is definitely a big reason. So what do you think we can do, or how do we help people move away from that mindset?
Like you said, managing those expectations, just having those conversations straight up as to, what it realistically looks like and what targets you can work towards in the short term and the long term. But also not just like, for example, if it's weight loss, not just focusing on kind of the scales, but, how you're feeling, your energy, your clothes fitting better, all those practical things as well. So it's not always just about kind of what the scale says. So I think that's how, as a personal trainer, how we would help our clients and how to manage their expectations. But we can't like click our fingers, or we don't have a magic wand just to get somebody to lose weight straight away. Do you know what I mean? It takes hard graft and work. So you need people to be on board with that and have that understanding.
Yeah, I agree. We all want stuff now, don't we? But unfortunately, not only like hiring the PT isn't enough. You have to show up. You have to do the work, pun intended. And you have to be very patient. Like you said before, you need to sort of play the long game. But this also comes from, like clickbait headlines and like, making sure you're speaking to the right people when you're trying to learn and understand, how fast should I be losing weight and what should I do and all of that stuff. So again, I suppose it just comes down to education in that sense, doesn't it? What else? What would be some other reasons? So we've got lack of results as to people might quit. Why else do we think?
Cost. Finances is kind of a big one that comes up. You've got to invest. I do. I invest in my own coach because these things matter, long-term health. But yeah, that's something I've come across so far is how much is it? Is it too expensive? I can't afford it right now. So yeah, the cost is the big one.
Yeah, what do you think about that, Kirsty?
Yeah, I agree. But when you see how much it is to have a PT, and then if you have somebody who's having a takeaway every other night or a Costa coffee every day, if you add all that up, obviously it's just equivalent to getting a PT. Which
if not
is
more.
better,
Yeah.
a PT or your takeaways and your coffees.
I think for me with that, I've thought about this a lot. I'm like, why do people not? Because it's so obvious, right, to us to say that now. It's like, well, you're spending £200-300 a month on fast food and whatever, and coffees and stuff. But I think it's because in the moment, especially today, where you just, I use my phone, you just tap, right? So you don't think about that transaction leaving your bank account, and you sort of just at the end of the month you go, okay, there's nothing left. I get paid again tomorrow. We go again. Yeah. And then so because that happens, you forget all them little transactions and the 30 quid takeaway and that. And then when you then come to see like how much it is to invest in a PT or online coach, whatever, well, I haven't got the money for that. But that I think that's why. I think that's because in the moment we don't really audit our finances very well in terms of what we're spending it on. And so many clients have come to me after starting, a month or two down the line, they're like, I've now paid for my coaching because I'm just not doing the stuff that I shouldn't be doing that would help me achieve my goal anyway.
Yeah.
But I think it's a really hard one for us to, I don't know,
push,
convince people of or push people to when you're talking about their own finances. But I just think reading between the lines, that's what happens. It's just so easy and we don't notice it. We don't think about the £4 coffee, the, whatever, the £6 meal deal, like, whatever. Cheaper on a club card or whatever in it, but whatever they are, 4, 5, £6. And that just then adds up to I can't afford PT. Yeah. And I think that's sometimes, the problem and the challenge that people run to. Anything else? Any other reasons? So we got sense of cost, and sometimes someone's situations might change, so that might be why they quit. But hopefully they've developed some habits so that they can still sort of exercise on their own. And what was the other one that we said at the beginning?
It was children, weren't it? In time.
Children, time. Yeah, cool. Anything else?
I guess support, but I think that links maybe quite well with time. But having the right support around you that can allow you to do the things you need to do, especially if you've got children and stuff, like childcare and things, or just people around you that, if you say you can't go out on the weekend because you're doing this or doing that, going to the gym, or, if your priorities change because of fitness enters your life, like having those people around you that get it and don't make you feel bad for that. Because that's something I found was like how the dynamics of my friendship group started to change when I had to maybe I didn't want to go out as much because I wanted to go to the gym.
Yeah, because that impacted them.
Yeah, I didn't want to go out drinking on a Saturday night. I wanted to go to bed and get up early in the morning to go to my class on a Sunday.
That's it, don't be afraid to say no.
Yeah, so that was the hardest, is that fear of missing out, or your priorities might change, and then it's kind of, so having the right people around you to support you, I think, is really important. But you don't want people around you with negativity around what you're doing and those changes you're making, because they're important to you. They're for yourself, not for anybody else, are they? So
I think that's a really key thing to highlight. Like if you want to get like the same results as everyone else, which is unhealthy, not happy in yourself, terrible fitness, terrible health, do you know what I mean, overweight, all that stuff, you got to do what everyone else does. So you're going to fit the mold of your friendship circle or with your colleagues or whatever. But in order to get the results that most people say that they want, they need to do different than what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
So you can't be the average person if that's what you want. You are the odd one out.
You are,
You know, you are. We're sat here now, and your client is coming in about 20 minutes or so into the gym. It's Friday evening. You know, she's putting a time aside to come in and do that. Average person's not doing that.
Not
a couple
on
of
Friday
Fridays
night.
before
Yeah.
Christmas. Do you know what I mean?
But you know, the people you see, this is a really, really honest, because I go to the gym over the weekends, on Fridays, on Saturdays, on Sundays, and the people that you see there consistently, day in, day out, maybe not every day, not like 3-4 times a week, but you see them all the time, are some of you can tell like the fittest people. They put in the graft and the work, and you see them lifting the weights, and you think, yeah, like they are breaking the mold, going against maybe going out on the Friday night, or not to say those things are bad, because, you know, balance, as we spoke about before, but you can see that they put in the work. But yeah, so.
I think a lot of that is routine, right? So you probably see the same faces at the same time.
times.
So what I always say to clients, especially new clients or clients that may be struggling with adherence a little bit, it's like, if you don't see this as important as a doctor's appointment, if you don't structure it into your life, your calendar, especially when you got kids and stuff like that, it isn't going to happen. Because with all good intention, I'm going to go to the gym on Wednesday this week, and this is like Sunday.
Yeah.
But like, you don't normally go to the gym on a Wednesday, and like nothing's planned. It's not in your diary. The likelihood of something cropping up and that not happening is really high.
Yeah.
Because Wednesday comes, and the priority of work or picking your kid up, or, you know, whatever it is, because you haven't set it up so that you can go to the gym, you're just not going to do it. So I personally think that people need to set specific days that they go to the gym. And then coming back to the support that you talked about, I think it's really important that you don't necessarily need a partner that wants to go to the gym, because they might not have the same goal as you, and that's fine. But you really need them to back you and support you.
Absolutely.
My partner don't go to the gym. Don't know about yours.
Runs. He would run.
He'd
run.
run.
Yeah, he'd run.
Yeah, well, my partner does, but he won't go to the gym. He can't go to the gym, but he supports what I do. He don't bother that I come here 2-3 times a week.
But some partners, see, that's where I'm going. So some partners would be like, you know, well, why are you spending so much time at the gym? Or you need to be here with me, or you need to come to the pub with me, or we need to go out. Like, you need to do those things and date and all that sort of stuff.
You don't need to lose weight. You're fine how you are.
Yeah.
You know? But I feel terrible in myself. I want to change. It's that conversation,
It's
then,
how
isn't
much
it?
of a
You need
reflection
support.
it is on them as well.
Yeah.
I've had it before, like, you might not believe it, or you might, I don't know, but I've had it where I've spoke to women and they've been like really keen to do whatever it is that we were talking about, whatever program we were talking about, and then it'd come to like speaking to the husband, and then they're like, oh no, you're not doing that.
Yeah.
And I think it's multifaceted. I think, you know, some men don't like their wife going out and doing stuff they don't know and places that they don't know, and speaking to maybe a bloke like me that they don't know and all of that. But I also think men or women, if it means that they're improving their health, well-being, confidence, they're feeling better, looking better, sexier, whatever, I think that sometimes is quite scary or intimidating to the partner. So they're like, okay, no, I'm going to drag you back. You're not doing that. We're going to stick to what we're doing normally, because I can't be arsed doing it myself. So you're going to stay the same as me. And I think there's a lot of that. And without telling people what to do in their relationships and stuff, I think that's not a good place to be in. It's not healthy. You should have the support of your partner. So I think you're always going to be in a battle if you're in a relationship where you are not supported. Because same, you know, my partner isn't really into the gym and stuff like that, but would never stop me from doing either, you know, what I want to do or what I want to do to feel better or what have you. It's just, you know, you support each other.
I wouldn't let them stop me. If it's something that I wanted to do personally, I'd just do it.
Yeah, and that's fine. But I actually think eventually it's going to come to a head, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So without obviously telling what people to do in their relationships, like, it probably, if you don't have a really good support structure, you're going to find it difficult.
Yeah, they'll struggle.
Absolutely.
I think that's a big reason why people
give up,
you know, would quit
start
for sure. Yeah. But yeah, great that we've all got great sort of support structures around us and what have you. But not everyone does. And for some people, it's their outlet. Do you know what I mean? For some people, it is their pub or their. You have some clients before say like, oh, it's like therapy.
Yeah,
They just come, they
absolutely.
just unload
Yeah,
completely,
definitely.
you know, and feel better for doing it. So perhaps there are some times where perhaps the support structure isn't amazing, but they still manage to get there and get something out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you've got a partner who's sort of blocking you from doing that stuff, then sack them off.
Get rid.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So what do you think, like, what's the, you know, in terms of like what we do and the values that we have as coaches and here at Do the Work HQ, what do we do that's different that allows people to see it as more of a long-term thing and obviously help them not quit? What do you think it is that we do?
I think like one of the biggest things is probably the fact that we've been there and done it. And I think that reflects in how we work with clients. So we're not just telling people this is what you need to do, blah, blah, blah. We're actually showing them and walking the walk. So that's one aspect of it, I guess. But have you got anything else to add to that?
No.
It's just it's the long game, isn't it? It's like we said before, getting people to find a way to enjoy the process rather than just, you know, thinking exercise is a means to an end or that this is a means to an end to get the result. It's getting people to accept that this is here to stay and not just for 4 weeks.
A quick fix that's going to get you
somewhere
summer ready. Yeah.
And the community, the support structure, all of that. And then just constantly reassessing what you're working towards. Like for me, people come in with a weight loss goal, but quite soon after that, I don't necessarily have to force it on them. But if it doesn't arrive, I'll encourage them to think about a performance-based goal after.
Yeah.
Because you can only go so far with a weight goal where it's like, I was talking to a client the other day about this. It was like, okay, if I hit this goal, like, what happens then? And it's like, do you stop when you've got a flat belly or do you go again and then you want to get a six-pack? Like, where does it end? So I think it's important then to look at performance-based goals.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like we talked about previously, you know, doing Born Survivor, doing a 5K, doing a hike, like whatever it is for the person. That's what keeps them in the game and keeps them showing up. And side benefit is we probably stay quite lean and healthy and all that comes with that as well.
Yeah.
Wicked. So yeah, hopefully we've covered some stuff there for people in terms of like what are the likely scenarios to come up when they might be thinking of quitting. But, you know, to sort of finish on this, just because you might think about stopping doesn't mean that you should. In any walk of life, sometimes I think, oh, I don't want to go to the gym today. Or sometimes I think like, do you know what? I don't want to do PT anymore. Like these thoughts are going to come into your head anyway.
I get them. I think I was only just saying it to you the other week. I was just like, I've had enough. I want to stop. You know what I mean? But then you just think to myself, God, what would I be like if I did stop?
What's the alternative, you know? You just got to let them thoughts come, let them pass, and then get back to the game that you've been working on. And
all the
work
time
towards
they
and
come, they go, but I just plod on.
Yeah,
Keep
you don't
doing
have
it.
to. You don't have to act on these kind of like thoughts and feelings that you get about quitting, and having the support structure of any one of us three or all three of us there, or other people in the community, is what hopefully will sort of like drag you back in,
definitely.
And get you to show up on them days where you know you don't quite fancy it. So wicked. All right, ladies, thanks very
Amazing.
much.
Thank you very much.
Chat soon.
Cheers.